Hey guys, just doing a video on the Sony boombox I picked up today in the trash. Here's a look at the inside. Kind of cool how they labeled everything for you if you were going to work on it. DC to DC converter. Man, that's probably a complicated part. And then a little chip. It says mic amp here, and it says mic/mix, but you can use it as an iPhone, iPod input. I just tried it. Pretty cool how that works. Excuse me. Sony's weird. They always have these little boards connected to boards. You know, little, like a potentiometer and a capacitor, you know, connected. But anyway, here's an example of that. And then there's another one. That's like the, I can't remember what that goes to. I think that's the eject for the tray. There's a bunch of ICs in here. Some weird looking stuff here, like that right there. It's like it was just covered in goop. Anyway, when I get it back together, like that's strange. There were some cracked solder joints, and a couple of these tails look like they have been touched in a couple places. I cut those off. I'm not touching the rest of it. The belts are loose in the tape deck. It's, you know, this was a kind of a high-end jam box for Sony. I think it's from '92, and I'll show you everything in a minute. 10-watt speakers, made in Japan, the 3 ohm. That's kind of strange, 3 ohm, but there's another one of those boards. And then here's another one over here. Connects to there, and then they loop it over. There's a regular pin connector, and then there's a ribbon going over to the tuner here. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Check this out. I just noticed something. There is actually 2 motors on this tape deck. It's one-touch dubbing and all that stuff. So there's motor number 1. And one of them is auto-reverse, so you can see the belt on it there. So that's going to run the motor. Usually you can test it if you hit play on one side and the other side, the spindles turn. It's kind of crappy because you got one motor. There's the other motor right there. So they didn't cheap out on that. A lot of electrolytics in here. None of them look bulging and or messed up. A little blue guy is strange looking there. And those, I guess, are what, film capacitors there. And this is a receiving selector 1, 2, and 3. I guess that's DX and whatever. Rubicon caps there, and then the other ones I think are no name. That's too much light there. Anyway, so that's the way it's made on the inside. Got ports here for the low end. Nice big cap here. We'll let you look at the inside of the back. Another example of the little crazy boards that they put all over. Even in their subwoofers, they have that. So there's one there, and there's the transformer. All I did was take out, I think, 9 screws, and then disconnect this one connector here. And it came right apart, so kind of neat. There's a transistor right there and a couple diodes. Switch back and forth from battery, I guess. Fairly big for a transformer for a jam box. I'll let you look at the back. Copper coated springs, and here's the model number. It was made in '92. It's a CDF-260, I think that says. 25 watts consumption, not bad. Antenna was messed up, broken, so I took this off of that JVC TV. It's shorter, but it works. And so here's the battery complement. I do not have the battery door, so I'm going to have to use white or electrical packaging tape, which is fine with me. Redneck battery door. So as you can see, it takes 8 D batteries, and then underneath it takes 4 AA's. I guess that's for the backup. That's awfully strange that it would take 4 AA batteries in there. Very weird. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws, and it came apart. It does have an iPod input. it sounds pretty good. Actually, a little lacking on the bass, but let me show you the front. Actually, I've got the CD player out because the CD player is not working. I need to lube it. It was kind of off track. I've got that operating now, as you can see there. And the door close sensor was messed up. It was, you know, shorting all the time. It's only supposed to short when it's closed, so I got that fixed. And you mark your ribbon connector and then carefully pull that guy out. This one does not have a release on it, little tab, so make sure you mark it which side and everything if you're going to do this. Look at what they left us. Look at that. Can you even believe how long that is? That's what she said. But can you even believe that? Pretty cool that they'd give you that to work with. And here's what you got on the front. Strange setup. High speed up. You put the two tapes in, hit this one button, and it records everything, auto level and everything. It does have the little head that spins in it. And this is the auto reverse head. I don't know if I can get you down in there where you can see or not, but you know, it's got the little head that spins around. It works kind of cool. Works pretty good actually. And now that I notice, one way you can tell if a tape deck is kind of cool or, you know, fairly good quality or not, hit play on one deck and then hit rewind on the other. If you can hear a variation in the sound, you know it's probably cheap because you just put a load on the one motor that's running both sides. So you really want two motors if you're, you know. And then there's the trim pots on them where you can change the speed. This one is a little slow. I need to speed it up. I usually put a CD player in of the same and tape the same thing and get it to where it's the same speed. That's how I do it. I think had a remote at some point. I don't have it. Long gone. But here's a look at the front. I cleaned it up a little bit. It looks way worse in the video than it does. It's actually really clean. It's just got some dust behind there. But it's got the different sound settings. Cassette quarter, they call it. Be interesting to see what would be on the remote. I might have to look that up. It sounds pretty good. 25 watts consumption. There you go. So now we're going to clean the CD player lens now, and I'm going to take this metal cover off and put a little bit of slime on the connections. I mean, it works and it reads the disc, but it says that it's playing, but you can tell it's making the laser sound, and it's not, you know, going out into the technical term. I fixed a million of these things, and I've got this one to where it'll open and close nice now, as you can see. If I can do it. Yeah, not without hitting the gear on the bottom. So, anyway, as you can see, everything's operating well. And I got some stuff that's awesome. I like it way better than Deoxit. You ever heard of this guy? The CRC stuff is killer, man. It's really awesome. It's $10, but you get a big can. I like those little cans from Radio Shack that are cheap. The little VOCs are a little less, but this thing, you know, they're made in USA there. But and they doesn't smell terrible either. But CRC is killer cleaner, man. It just dissolves it away. Check it out if you can. It's flammable. So I'll put it all back together and see. We'll check the CD player. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.